Hello everyone, it's time to do business with me, Beverly Broom. Now to our first story. Stakeholders in the upstream sector have submitted a position paper to government to ensure the smooth transition of the oil and gas sector from a carbon-infused environment to a low-carbon economy. This was disclosed by the Chief Executive of the Upstream Petroleum Chamber, David Ampofo. According to him, 3 main recommendations were made to government with focus on gas production and monetization. Here's a report.
Speaking at the maiden annual Oil and Gas Conference organized by Ghana Upstream Petroleum Chamber, Chief Executive of the Chamber, David Ampofo, revealed that industry players have put together a position paper to guide the exploration and production of natural resources in the hope of joining to achieve the global goals on clean energy and climate change.
Gas should be our focus. Because the transition really is oil now. It's going to move from oil to gas to renewables. That's the trend. We have a lot of gas. We've built pipelines. We've developed infrastructure for our gas. We can't just abandon it and go off when we've been working all these years for that. Okay? And it's big investment. So we need to develop that. We need to harness our gas. Ghana has a lot of natural gas. Comes to the oil offshore. It's in deep water. Okay? But we need infrastructure, the pipelines, the plants, processing plants. We need to make sure that we harness our gas, domestic gas resources. Okay? I know there's been talk also about bringing in LNG, importing gas. When there's a need for that, that will be fine. But we cannot forget about our own gas. It's the same as rice. Rather than import rice, grow your own rice. Yeah, especially in a time like this in the world where you see what's happening with our currency, we have to understand our resources. We must not underestimate.
Chairman of the Upstream Petroleum Chamber, Joe Mensah, reiterated the need to create a conducive environment to attract investments to build Ghana's gas infrastructure. According to him, other sectors will benefit if the right systems are put in place.
There's always constantly move to get back to cleaner, energy because of the carbon footprints that we find in the world today. And I think that we will transition from oil to gas to renewables. And I think each transition is going to take decades. It's not something that happens overnight. It's a gradual process that will take a long period of time for us to transition. And gas is what we will use to really transform this country. There's plenty of gas in the country, and that gas could be used not only to generate, energy and keep the lights on, but also for industrialization. Fertilizer plants could be built and using all these gas, and then we can get fertilizer to really promote, agriculture and get the yield that we have to go up and up.
Deputy Minister of Energy, William Oreku-Adu, disclosed that ECOWAS has endorsed plans to begin the extension of the West African gas pipeline to Morocco.
It is worth mentioning that the Economic Community of West Africa, ECOWAS, has endorsed plans for the extension of the West African gas pipeline along the coastline from Nigeria to Morocco, with the objective of supplying the gas demand centers along the pipeline route, as well as inland demand centers. The completion of this project will result in increased access to energy to boost the socioeconomic activities of the sub-region, enhance the integration of our economies, create a platform for intra-African trade in natural gas, while safeguarding the environment.